Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In this bulletin, Reserve Bank reduces recommended lending rate. No travel for Australian citizens. And murder accused appeals against bail ruling.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateva Lindua.
The Reserve Bank of Fiji has reduced its overnight policy rate from 0.5% to 0.25% in the hope that it will make borrowing easier for consumers dealing with the effects of COVID-19. The OPR is the central bank's recommended rate for commercial banks to use as a basis for issuing loans. RBF Governor Arif Ali says due to declining consumer and business confidence, the reduction should provide necessary stimulus to the local economy. Consumption and investment are also showing signs of slowing down while credit growth continues to decelerate. The RBF adds the negative effects of COVID-19 on the tourism industry will affect wholesale and retail trade, construction, transport and manufacturing sectors, including government revenue. Bank liquidity is at $669 million as of yesterday, while foreign reserves are at $2.264 billion as of this morning. A biosecurity emergency has now been declared in Australia as all Australians have been told not to travel overseas. Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced indefinite travel ban to try and restrict the virus. Morrison is also urging the people that they're not to travel in some parts of the country, as some areas are more affected by coronavirus than others. 5 people have died, and there are more than 450 confirmed cases of coronavirus across Australia.
The advice is that air travel, domestic air travel, is low risk. We have, as Dr. Murphy will be able to, I'm sure, tell you, that we have not seen a lot of evidence of people contracting this virus on aircraft. It's when they've arrived or where they've brought it from. And so the issue is not people necessarily being on planes as a great risk. The issue is people moving around the country. Now, to that end, the states and territories, working together with their health advisors, there are parts of this country that it would not be wise for people to visit.
He said that schools across the country would remain open, but said strong hygiene precautions should be followed. He urged all parents to keep their children at home if they're unwell. New restrictions on indoor gatherings have also been placed. 8 new cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed in New Zealand, raising the total to 20. 4 new cases emerged in New Zealand, one in Auckland, 1 in Christchurch, 2 in Waikato, and 1 in Invercargill. The New Zealand Health Ministry confirmed all new cases are related to overseas travel, but no other details were given. All Fijians returning from restricted countries will be required to undergo mandatory self-quarantine for 14 days upon their arrival in Fiji. The countries included in the travel ban list are Spain, China, South Korea, Italy and Iran. Permanent Secretary for Immigration Yogesh Karan stressed that all Fijians travelling overseas should be aware if a country they visit is added to the restricted list, they will be required to undergo mandatory self-quarantine for 14 days when they return home. Karan adds that due to the rapid spread of COVID-19, new countries may be added to our restricted travel list at any time. The European Union has made an unprecedented move to seal its borders to most outsiders for the next 30 days. The travel ban comes as deaths continue to soar in Italy, Spain and France as the continent becomes the new epicenter of the outbreak. The man alleged to have murdered a Nadi family last year has reappealed against his bail ruling. New Zealand resident Mohammed Rahish Issouf is charged with 5 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Issouf, who has been in remand since September last year, had an earlier bail application rejected. He appeared before the Court of Appeal in Suva this morning, and his lawyer stated that their bail notice was filed in January. They have requested 7 days to file submissions to appeal the previous decision. The matter has been adjourned to next Wednesday to fix a hearing date. Itaukei landowners have to consult with the Itaukei Affairs Board before giving approval for any land development. Board Deputy Chief Executive Josefa Tonganivalu says some landowners are quick to sign agreements with developers who are left disappointed afterwards. Tonganivalu says the landowners must evaluate all risks and benefits thoroughly. Tonganivalu adds some get carried away with the financial benefits.
The landowners feel that they were not consulted enough, there was not enough awareness. So that is a platform that we are working on for them to receive, it's called the FPIC process with us, free prior informed consent. They have to be consulted first with all the information that they should have prior to giving their consent.
Coming up, staging for Olympic Games ongoing and administration plans underway for Netball Fiji. Stay with us.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
It is a waiting game for the Kaiviti Silktails as to when they will return to action for the New South Wales Rugby League Ron Massey Cup. The Fiji National Rugby League today announced that round 2 matches scheduled for this weekend has been cancelled due to the restrictions in place because of the coronavirus. FNRL Chair Viliamino Poto says they have to take precautionary measures.
All future home and away games remain doubtful at this time. We are awaiting the outcome of the New South Wales Rugby League meeting they're having this afternoon, and we will make decisions on that when we get the outcome of that meeting.
Japan's Olympic minister revealed today the nation is still planning for a complete staging of the Games despite the coronavirus pandemic. But International Olympic Committee member Hayley Wickenheiser says plans to go ahead with the Tokyo Games are insensitive and irresponsible. Speaking to the BBC, she said the crisis is bigger than the Olympics. Wickenheiser, who was part of the Canada team that won 4 successive ice hockey medals at the Winter Olympics, adds they don't know what's happening in the next 24 hours, let alone the next 3 months. On Sunday, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe claimed the Games would still go ahead. The Olympic Games are scheduled from July 24th to August 9th. A women's sevens team called the Fire looks to set to stamp its mark at the 44th Fiji Pietermaritzburg Sevens tournament. This will be the side's first outing in the tournament and the first time for most of the players to participate in any major local competition. Talei Materukula caught up with the team.
These players are chasing their passion for rugby.
Majority of the players are high school students, and this is the first time for some of them to play rugby. Our target going towards the Murray Sevens is to reach the finals.
A fairly new team, Captain Teresia Demberi says the players have gelled well.
Some of our players are high school students, and given the 1-month camp we've had, the girls got to know each other really well, on and off the field.
Promoting grassroots rugby, Marist Rugby Club President Lawrence Tikaram says they will continue to push women's rugby.
The women's team play a very important part of what you see what's happening on the global stage. We continue to support women's rugby. We have the Marist Seahawks as the current champions of the Fiji Pietermaritzburg Sevens. They're there to defend their trophy. We have some very strong teams coming from Army, from Warden, from Ratu Felice. And this is a good show that the women's competition will not be taken lightly.
The 44th Fiji Pietermaritzburg Sevens Women's Division will kick off tomorrow at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Tali Materkula, FBC Sports.
In order to improve the level of netball in the country, the new president of Netball Fiji says they need to start with the administration of the federation. Ruby-Ann Sorovaki and her executive team will lead the national netball body for the next 4 years. With its new executive team, Sorovaki plans to take a different approach in the administration of the federation.
Lifting the standard means lifting all areas connected to netball. So that means our technical people, our local coaches, and the basic administration of netball at district level even. So we need to focus on the sustainability of all the programs that we're going to implement. I think in some way that will help us lift the standard of netball in Fiji.
The Vodafone Premier League clash between Ba and Lautoka this afternoon has been postponed. The continuous heavy rain in the Western Division has made the grounds unconducive to play. The match was scheduled to be played at 7 p.m. at Churchill Park in Lautoka. This is the second VPL match to be postponed following the Ba-Nandi clash last Saturday. We can expect showers, perhaps heavy at times, and the chance of thunderstorms this afternoon and overnight. More wet weather is expected for tomorrow. And that is your FBC News now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station called FM. Enjoy your lunch and good afternoon.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.
Bula FM, number 2 NSR.